The last thing this kid's dad said before I took him on tour was, whatever you do, don't leave him somewhere. Seemed easy enough. I hired a 19-year-old guitar player out of Guitar Center, and 7 weeks later, I had to leave him in another state. Looking back, there were probably 50 warning signs, and I ignored every single one of them. One day I walked into a Guitar Center with just 2 weeks until a 2-month tour was set to start. My guitar player had just quit. While standing at the checkout counter, I heard somebody absolutely slaying Little Wing, at full volume nonetheless. I turned around expecting to see some 45-year-old dude showing off. Instead, it was this 19-year-old kid with long blonde hair. I walked up to him, handed him a business card, and told him I could hire him for a tour if he was interested. Next day, he called and said his dad wanted to meet me. So we all get together. The dad asked questions about travel, where we'd be staying, what type of venues we'd be playing. Then he says, I'm going to let him go. But whatever you do, you've got to promise me, no matter what, you won't leave him somewhere. I remember thinking, who in the hell leaves somebody stranded in a strange city? Well, started right off the bat. At the end of week 1, we're scheduled for a noon leave time on a Sunday. He just doesn't show up. We have to play detectives, hunt him down. Turns out he's staying with some girl and decided he was just going to stay right there in Casper, Wyoming. I reminded him of my promise that I'd made to his dad, and he relented, and off we went. Every week was the same. New city, new girl, new attempt to stay behind. Me reminding him I'd made a promise to his old man. One week, he asked if a girl could go with us for the last 3 weeks of a tour, and I declined. So he spent the entire week puffed up like a bullfrog, pouting. On the last week of the tour, he left his pedal board in another state because he'd gotten distracted by a girl after a festival. He didn't realize until the next day when we were loading in. Came time for sound check, he just disappeared. Just before start time, he showed up. He had shaved his eyebrows off, cut his hair with construction paper scissors. He looked like a stray dog you'd find behind a Dollar General. He looked at me and said, I think I'm sick, which was probably the most accurate thing he had said all tour. That's when we called an ambulance, and as they were loading him up, I remembered the last thing his dad said before I took him on tour. Whatever you do, don't leave him somewhere. 7 weeks later, I broke that promise.